Now I request Mr. Manish Pathak, Managing Director, 3R Management Pvt Limited, to kindly address us.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Please go on.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Samir Joshi, for inviting me and for nice. So I have been listening, and I will be just presenting the industry view of what we call the entire EPR application and implementation in India, and now we are entering into the kind of a maturity phase of it. So as far as the company goes, so we are a player in city waste management. So we do integrated solid waste management. So as of today, our capacities, every day we collect different kind of plastics to the tune of 50 to 55 metric ton, which amounts to approximately 1,600 to 2,000 metric ton per year. And so this we collect and we try to process it also. Most of it we try to process it. Some part of it we try to send it to the recyclers or the cement factories. This we are doing from a very small fraction of this municipal solid waste that we collect from 2 of municipal corporations in India. But with our limited experience in this sector, and I have the experience of seeing this industry in United States of America, I spent my good a decade there and came back and started this organization. So what we have seen, that there is a euphoria that gets created around anything that people start doing in India. So for example, one thing that has hampered or harmed or usually harms such kind of initiative is that there is something called waste is wealth kind of a thing. So because we work with the municipalities, we work with the government organization, urban local bodies, so they get confused about it. So once we go there and we try to provide them some solutions, so they have this notion that they go in some big conferences and they hear a lot about that waste is wealth, and they start thinking, oh, you might be minting money. So that basically starts creating a lot of confusion in the mind of all the stakeholders. And that basically forces the players also to adopt shortcuts. So we have seen in the name of EPR, we know we are from industry, that people who have got the EPR license for electronic waste, they are fulfilling that particular number by just doing this plastic. Any kind of plastic you give them and they do this. Why this happens? Because we try to create a system which is kind of, rather than incentivizing people, startup companies who are trying to do something in the field of solid waste management or in the field of recycling, we try to do something, we try to make it such a competitive space that they start fighting with each other. And that is the reason that if you see the death rate of startups in solid waste management domain, because see, we see all these big startups in retail sector, e-commerce sector, technology sector, and we never think about the startups that is basically taking shape in solid waste management domain or sanitation domain. So when we did that, then we started getting more value out of it. But getting the value out of it was related to some investment made into technology, some investment made into the this plant. So now that investment needs to be incentivized. That investment needs to be provided by somebody from the manufacturers. So the point is that it has to go to the commitment level more than the compliance level. Very few organizations are thinking from the commitment level as far as the EPR is concerned in India. Most of the people are just working from the compliance level, and that's where, and most of the companies also which has come up. So, and as I told you that there are companies who are trying to get into the shortcuts because of the reason that there is a framework is not supporting them to getting profitable. We talk about viability, so they start learning this language. And once they get into this language, they get into this catch-22 situation that, okay, we have to survive, we have to take this way. So we have to see this entire thing from a perspective of profitable, sustainable business for anybody who wants to enter into this entire thing. The rest, all these policies, which for the last few years, it kept evolving. So any startup who are trying to work in EPR, either the tech platform. So we have been trying to develop a tech platform that we have launched now. So we keep changing it because the policies itself are changing every few quarters. But we hope that now it's going to stabilize, because it was a new field as far as the India is concerned. So that is one thing that we have to move, because this is one business which is not a business. It's a social enterprise which is governed by the passion for environment. So people with passion for environment, and that's the reason that this business of waste management and recycling, it's not a business for corporates. It's a business for startups. So we are trying to create a lot of startups. We at our capacity, so at least we have tried 3-4 startups to come up. We tried to help them flourish in their organization. And the ULBs have to be forgiving enough to basically nurture these startups who are trying to do something. Julie from PepsiCo said that, okay, there is no sure short way. So it is do, think, do. So, but are we prepared to basically experiment with that? Or are we prepared to just paralyze the people who are trying to do something? So that framework needs to change. It's not a normal road contract business where you just do something. It's a business where you need a lot of innovations to happen. Innovations will fail. Innovations will exceed the expectation. So you need to have that tolerance level. You need to have that framework and the frame of mind at all the levels, especially from the government level, that you need to understand that there is a real kind of innovation somebody tried to do. Intention was good. Implementation might have faltered. So that needs to be given to the industry and every startup who is working. Otherwise, we will keep creating a lot of things and the industries will keep dying out of it. And we will keep discussing about this on a larger platform.